welcome to this course. This course is about Learn JavaScript Essentials and Build Project. You have come to the right course coding standards with best practices. I'll start teaching you from very basic of JavaScript coding and will take you to the advanced level. In getting starting section, I will give you an introduction to JavaScript language and I'll start teaching you how to write a very basic JavaScript program. In this section, I will also introduce web developer tools with console window. In variables section, you will learn about variables, rules for declaring variables in JavaScript language, and I will teach you how you can use arithmetic and assignment operators with variables. In control structure section, I will teach you about control structures in JavaScript language, which are if-else statements, loops, switch statement, including break and continue statements. In this section, you will also learn about comparison and logical operators. And I will teach you how you can use comparison and logical operators with control structures. Next, I will introduce you JavaScript functions. In this section, you will learn about JavaScript functions, anonymous functions, self-executing anonymous functions, function scope, and nested function. After that, I will teach you about different data types and objects in JavaScript language. You will learn about objects, arrays, string, number, boolean, null, and undefined data types. I will also teach you a basic of regular expressions in this section. I will be working and teaching you browser object model in JavaScript language. You will learn about what browser object model is and all of its objects. In this section, you will also learn about very important object in JavaScript, which is window object. Then I'll start teaching you how to work with document object model. You will learn about document object. I will show you how to work with DOM objects to create dynamic web pages. After that, you will learn about JavaScript events. I will teach you different methods of adding and removing event handlers in JavaScript. I will also teach you how to write cross-browser event handling code. You will also learn about errors handling and strict mode in JavaScript language. Once you learn all of these JavaScript concepts, then I will show you how to build an interactive overlay menu project with very basic of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I will show you how you can use JavaScript language to make interactive web pages. It will be a very basic web project. You will learn how to build modern looking overlay menu navigation with pure JavaScript coding. If you know very basic of HTML and CSS, that would be great. Otherwise, you don't need to worry. I will be also teaching and explaining basic of HTML and CSS wherever I need them. If you need any help during this course, please do ask and post your question in question and answer dashboard, and I would be glad to help you. I have made every effort to ensure that there are no errors in this course. However, no one is perfect and mistakes do occur. If you find an error in this course, I would be very grateful for your feedback. I am very thankful and excited for you for joining me on this journey. Let us start straight this journey together. Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will discuss what JavaScript is, what it can do for you, and what you would need in order to use it. With this foundation in place, you will see how JavaScript can help you to create a powerful web application for your website. Also, I will give you a brief look at where JavaScript came from, how it works, and what sorts of useful things you can do with it. Most programming languages are either compiled language or interpreted language. JavaScript is an interpreted language rather than compiled language. Computer doesn't understand what JavaScript is at all. It needs something to interpret JavaScript code and convert it to computer understandable language. As the browser goes through the JavaScript code, it passes it to a special program called an interpreter, which converts the JavaScript code to the machine code, and that is understandable by computer. The interpreter acts like a translator, and it is like a translator who translates French language into English language. Alternatively, a compiled language first goes through an external compiler before it can be executed. Most languages, Java, Python, Ruby are like that. There is no such requirement for an interpreted programming language. A program written in an interpreted language can be run right away. For JavaScript, this means you can run the program straight from the browser itself. So remember, JavaScript is an interpreted language. JavaScript is completely separate technology from Java language. Even JavaScript is not the script version of Java language. The fact is, the only thing they share is the same name. And the good news is that JavaScript is much easier to learn and use than Java language. JavaScript code runs inside a web page loaded into a browser. All you need in order to create these web pages is a text editor, which can be, for example, Windows Notepad, and a web browser such as Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, with which you can view your pages. The JavaScript language first became available in the web browser called Netscape Navigator 2, and initially it was called LiveScript. When JavaScript really took off, Microsoft decided to add its own brand of JavaScript called JScript, and it was added to the Internet Explorer. Since then, Netscape, Microsoft, and others have released improved versions of JavaScript and included them in their latest browsers. Later on, Netscape submitted the language to ECMA. ECMA is a standard body to create independent and an official standardized edition of JavaScript. The standardized edition of this language is officially called ECMA or ECMAScript. JavaScript is not only the scripting language, there is others such as VBScript and Perl. So why choose JavaScript over the others? The main reason of choosing JavaScript is its widespread use and availability. And it is very easy to learn and code using JavaScript. As I mentioned before, you would just need a browser to interpret JavaScript source code. And no doubt JavaScript is fast and processing depends entirely on task. JavaScript is platform independent. You don't need any special hardware to run it. You just need a JavaScript enabled browser. It is very easy to debug JavaScript code and find errors. And it provides a better web design option and easy navigation on your website. JavaScript is well suited for performing tasks within a web browser. The most common use of JavaScript are interacting with users, getting their information, and validating their actions. With JavaScript, you can easily change HTML content, HTML styles, HTML attributes. It can easily detect what browser a person is using and customize the web pages to their browser. It can validate date for you. It can perform calculation in forms. It offers validation for the form inputs. You can easily interact with multiple frames inside browser. The matter of fact is there is much more to do with JavaScript language. Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will set up the working environment. Basically, you need two things. The first one is Internet browser, which can be Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari or Opera. I will prefer the Chrome browser, and along with browser, you will be required web developer tools. The second thing you need is a code editor, and the choice of code editor would be Brackets code editor. So the Chrome browser and the Brackets code editor. To download Chrome browser, simply navigate to this URL and download it from its download page and install it. Right now I am using the Chrome browser. The Chrome browser comes with a web developer tools, and to get web developer tools, just press F12, or you can navigate to menu more tools and then you can select developer tools. There is also a faster way to bring up the web developer tools, which is to right click on a page and then select inspect element. It will bring up the web developer tools. This is a web developer tools. By using web developer tools, you can see all the elements on a page with its CSS under the elements tab. And under the console window, you can use standard JavaScript statements and console specific command while the page is live in the browser to help you debug the page. Brackets is a free open source code editor. To download Brackets code editor, simply navigate to this URL brackets.io and download it from its download button and install it on your system. I have already installed it on my system. Let me open the brackets code editor. This is the brackets code editor. To open your project file, simply navigate to File, Open Folder, and then locate your project folder. To create a new file, navigate to File, New, and this will create a new file for you. Let me save this new file inside the project folder. I will name it index.html, and here you can start writing your code. To increase the font size, press Ctrl+, and to decrease the font size, press Ctrl-. You can adjust the theme of this brackets code editor by navigating to View, and you can play around with its different setting. That's it. Thanks. Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will write the very first program in JavaScript. I will keep things simple so you can get started with JavaScript programming. Let me open the brackets code editor. To get started, I will first create a simple HTML file. For that, I will navigate to File, New. This will create a new file. Let me save this new file inside the exercise folder. I will name it index.html. JavaScript programs are usually added within the web pages itself. This means they are written along with HTML, but you can include them externally as well. As you can see, I just added a standard HTML template. It contains the HTML element, the head element, and the body element, and also the title element inside the head section. Nothing special about it. It should be pretty clear to everyone with even a basic knowledge of HTML. Let me write the very first program in JavaScript. To add JavaScript program, you first need to add the script tag. The script tag has the opening tag and the closing tag. The script tag is used to define the client-side script. In this case, the client-side script is JavaScript. The script tag either contains the scripting statements or it can point to an external file. In this video, I will write the scripting statement. Let me write the very first statement, and that is alert. Welcome to very first program. I will save it. Let me open this index.html file in a browser. This is the index.html file. I will open it. Do you see this alert box? This alert box is the result of alert statement from JavaScript, and it has a specified text message and an OK button. I will click on the OK button. Let me write another JavaScript statement. Which will be document.write and a text inside it. Welcome to very first program. Let me save this index.html file again, and let me show you the result in the browser again. I will refresh the page, and this is the alert box, which is the result of alert statement, and this is the text, which is the result of document.write statement. Easy, right? Okay, let me explain this simple JavaScript program little bit more. All the JavaScript code is written between the opening script tag and the closing script tag. I have used the alert method. The alert method is used to display the alert box with a specified text message and an OK button. This specified text message should be written between the quotes, and it should be inside the brackets, and a semicolon at the end of each JavaScript statement. And the same goes for the second JavaScript statement, which is document.write. The document.write is basically used to display some text directly to the HTML document. I hope you got an idea about how you can start writing your very first JavaScript program. Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will show you where you can add JavaScript code into your web page. There are three methods to add JavaScript code to your web page. The first one is adding JavaScript code inside the head section of HTML document. The second one is adding it inside the body section of HTML document. And the third one is adding JavaScript code as an external file. Let me walk you through each of these methods. You can add JavaScript code inside the head section of an HTML document. Let me open the brackets code editor to show you how you can add JavaScript code inside the head element. This is the head section of HTML document. I will write script tag inside the head section, and inside the script tag I will write a simple JavaScript statement which will be alert, and it will output a simple text message which will be method number 1 welcome from head section, and a semicolon at the end of alert statement. Let me save this index.html file. This index.html file is located inside the exercise folder. Let me open the index.html file in a Chrome browser, and you can see this is the result of alert statement, and this alert statement is executed inside the head section of the HTML document. So we can execute the JavaScript statement inside the head section of the HTML document. The second way is to add JavaScript code inside the body section of HTML document. You can add JavaScript code anywhere inside the body section of HTML document. Let me write a simple script inside the body section of HTML document. I will write the script tag again, but this time you can see I write the script tag inside the body section, and inside the script tags I will simply alert a message method number 2 welcome from body section. I will save this index.html file which is located inside exercise folder. I'll save it, and let me open this in a Chrome browser. Okay, this is the alert box which is coming from the head section, which is the method 1. And when I press on the OK button, so this is the second alert box which is saying method 2 welcome from body section. That means it is executing inside the body section. You can write as many scripts inside the body section. So this was the second method of writing JavaScript code inside the body section. The third and the best method is adding JavaScript code as an external file. I will continue with the same index.html file. I will write a script tag with source attribute src and the name of external file. The source attribute specifies the path of the external file, and the external file should be saved with .js extension. Let me create this external file. I will go to File, New, and I will save this file as myscript.js. Now this is the external file and it is linked with this script, myscript.js. Now you can directly start writing your JavaScript statement inside the myscript.js file. You don't need to add the script tag. Let me write a simple alert message. Method 3 welcome from external file. Let me save this external file and let us see the result inside the browser. This is the external file. I will open the index.html file. So this is the alert box which is executing inside the head section, and this is the second alert box which is executed inside the body section, and this is the last one which is coming from the external file, and the message says method 3 welcome from the external file. So these are the three methods. The first one is adding the JavaScript code inside the head section, and the second is adding the JavaScript script inside the body section, and the third one, which is the best one and I will recommend you, adding the JavaScript code as an external file. And if you notice, I added the script tag just before the closing body tag, and the reason of adding this script tag just before the body closing tag is that the browser loads the web page from top to bottom sequentially. So by placing the script tag just before the body closing tag, the user gets their content faster, and after that the JavaScript is loaded by the browser. So it is a good practice to place the script tag just before the closing body tag. There are many advantages of adding JavaScript code as an external file. You can easily reuse the code on multiple pages. It separates your HTML markup from the JavaScript code. It really makes it easy to read and understand the code, and it also speeds up the page load by caching the external file. This would be a good practice to add JavaScript code as always as an external file. Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will show you how you can add comments to your JavaScript code. Comments are very important. It helps to explain your JavaScript code and make it more readable. There are two ways of adding comments to JavaScript code. The first one is adding comments as single line comment, and the second one is adding comments as multi-line comments. Let me show you how you can add single line comments to your JavaScript code. I have this index.html file, and inside that I have included or linked external JavaScript file. This is the external JavaScript file. Let me add single line comments to this external JavaScript file. The single line comment starts with double forward slashes and the comments after that. This is single line comment. Any text between the forward double slashes and the end of the line is ignored by the JavaScript. This line will be not executed by JavaScript engine. Let me write a simple JavaScript statement. Alert. This is, let us say, I just wrote single line comment. Let me save this myscript.js file and let us see the result of this inside the browser. I will open the index.html file. So you see the JavaScript statement is executing, but there is no such execution of this line. So this is the comments. So this way we write single line comments. The second way is to add comments as multi-line. The multi-line comments start with forward slash and star and ends with star and forward slash. Any text between these will be ignored by JavaScript engine. Let me write some multi-line comments. This is multi-line comment and it will be ignored by JavaScript engine. So these lines will be ignored by JavaScript engine and it will never be executed. Let me write a JavaScript statement. Let us say document.write, and inside that I will write I just wrote multi-line comment. Let me save this myscript.js file and let me open the index.html file in the browser so we can see the result. I will open the index.html file. This is the alert box which is coming from this JavaScript statement, this one, and when I click on the OK, this is the result of document.write. So you don't see any comments on this page. So comments are totally ignored by the JavaScript engine, and this is the way to write the single line comment, and this is the way to write the multi-line comments. Another benefit of using comment is you can prevent the execution of JavaScript code. For example, if I add double slashes in front of this line of code will become comment. You can see it, and it will be ignored by the JavaScript engine. Let me save it and show you the result inside the browser. And if you refresh this, now you can see only the result of alert box, and there is no result of document.write. So by using comments, you can also prevent the execution of any JavaScript statement. It is a good practice to add comments to your project to make it more readable for the other developers. So always add comments to your JavaScript code.